Hey y'all, and welcome to Watch Cheryl Scrap for the regular monthly session. Today is Thursday, November 3rd, and I'm going to be scrapping with some products from Lynne-Marie called a Medic, and she has, let's see, she has papers, elements, artsy bits, word art, and journal cards. So let me
There's
get
a whole lot, and
these.
it's a preview because our BYOC isn't quite up in the store yet for those live, but it will be by the time you get the recording up.
Yeah. Let's see. Medic.
So Kelly says she hopes your injection went okay.
Yeah, and just it's sore where they push in, I guess, so hard. And it really doesn't take effect until a couple of days after. So I still feel crappy and then extra crappy. And then from the fall, I just haven't been feeling well. So that's good. How many? Okay, delete that. I'm obviously talking to myself.
Was it in your back or in your knees?
The injection was in my back, a transforaminal steroid injection at, what does it say?
But can you spell that word? Because that's a really big word.
Transforaminal is TRANSFORIMINAL.
Oh, see, you're just fine. If you can spell something like that, you're good.
Well, I've always been a pretty good. Yeah, it was at L23 and 34. So, okay, let's move this to my other folder area.
All right. I'm going to see if you guys can see this picture or not. Anybody want to click on the link and tell me if you can see the picture? And I'll show you a little bit what the kit looks like that she's scrapping with. Jan says it sounds a bit scary to have to go through. I think it does too.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. I thought it might be an error message, so I just wanted to see. That's okay. Well, then Cheryl will just have to show you a quick preview of the kit because I can't upload photos to this one.
I will do it. I'll do it now.
Kelly says she's had like 20 of those Cheryls. They usually help a bunch for her, but the SI joint ones are not relieved as much as the lumbar and cervical ones.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I've had radio frequency neurotomies where they cauterize the nerves essentially, and I've had steroid injections, and I've had the spinal cord stimulator, and it just, it's old hat by now. Even though I do get very nervous going in, I'm like, what if they hit the wrong thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh, Jan said she had to use Firefox tonight to Firefox tonight to get into the chat. That's weird. I'm in through. Oh, I'm not through Google because I have the app thing on my computer. But she said the link on Safari had an error, but Lisa was able to use Safari. Yep, Kath, BYOC is not there yet, so this is a sneak peek.
Okay,
this
so
is the BYOC kit coming out tomorrow.
Okay, so here's the papers. And these are the artsy bits, so lots of little stamps and paint clusters, which are nice.
I love the organs.
Yes. Well, because, there's all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
and
hey,
these
I
are
married
the
a man who went to
elements.
nursing school. I have lots of things I'll be able to use that for.
Yes. Yeah, so I like that. And then I think Yeah, it's the same preview for all of those elements folders. And
Oh, Jan has a big winter
Cheryl
storm moving
comes.
in.
Ooh, she's up there where it's very cold too.
Yeah. Nice set of
I
solids
did
in
the
there.
papers already, I think, and yeah, word art. It's fabulous.
Mm-hmm. It's a really cute kit. Cute's not the right word. It's a really good kit,
Yeah,
versatile kit, versatile.
yeah. I like this. But you, God, see the trouble of the afflicted. You consider their grief and take it in hand. My
I like
illness
that
does
my
not
illness does
define
not
me.
define me.
Yeah, jinx, jinx.
Ooh, sub-freezing temperatures and possible 1 to 5 inches of snow in the valleys.
Oof.
Whew. Are you the first one to see snow on here tonight? Has anybody else seen snow yet?
Okay, did these
We had
not?
fog this morning. Like, you know, when you see in movies and it's going to be like a scary movie, and so the fog drifts across the trees, and it's usually, November and there's no leaves on the trees, and it just drifts
Right.
across, and it's spooky, and it just sets that mood. Yeah, that's what it looked like across the street from me this morning.
You're like,
Even as late as
what?
11 o'clock, it was still covered in fog. I could see a little farther, but I was like, ooh, it's so creepy first thing in the morning when we look out and we can't see anything. And we're like, we know there's stuff there, but it's gone.
Okay, skip this time.
Renee's got 60s this week, which is unusual for them. Yeah, we have 60s too. It's been really nice. I'm enjoying it. Lisa has no snow in the mountains, but it's getting cold enough. Kath had 70 today. Kelly said it's like 77 here.
Yeah, it's like 80. It got up to the 80s today.
Sharon,
But there
it's
was a nice
80s.
breeze. There was a good breeze, I felt like.
Yeah. Kim was in the 70s. That must feel nice, Kim, when it comes down to the 70s. Oh, Renee says school was canceled there yesterday and today because of the fog.
Hmm.
Oh, ours was not canceled. Ours still went on, but the fog was pretty. It wasn't pea soup fog. It was just that wispy fog that makes it you can't see anything, but as you're driving, you can see through it. It was windy and chilly in Arizona with a little rain, upper 60s. Lots of rural bus routes. Yeah, that'll do it. Our school district doesn't have like we have some more rural spots, but it's not too bad.
I never can say that right.
I used to live, here's the best part. I used to live on rural route number 1, and we all
That's
just called it
terrible.
RR1 because we couldn't say rural.
Right.
Because you're just
Rural,
like, it's rural
rah, rah,
route.
rah,
And I'm like, thank goodness it was
rah, rah,
before
rah,
like
rah.
internet ordering and stuff. When you're
Yeah,
just writing it down, because could you imagine having to tell somebody on the phone, it's rural route, and they're like, what? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, just yeah. Lisa says she's not
Okay.
ready for winter. She misses her 80s. Kelly would love to live in like San Diego with 70s every day. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. Because that was one of the things I started to hate about Las Vegas. It wasn't so much the temperature, it was that it was, oh, yet another beautiful sunny day, and it's like, no, I need weather. I enjoy
Yeah.
weather. I want to have those cuddly days when you need a snowsuit. Not a snowsuit, just a sweatshirt. I'm good with a hoodie, or have the fog roll in, all that fun stuff. Lisa says she lived in the lower LA area for 2 years and it was kind of boring weather-wise. Yeah, I like more rain. Rain's good. Good thunderstorms. I could see that, Kelly. She says weather gives her migraines, so she'd like consistency. Lisa enjoys the cooler temps because Riverside is always so warm. That's funny. So Elsa P, is not ready for winter and misses the 80s, but Lisa B is enjoying the cooler temps.
Yeah. Okay, sort image type.
Renee's between two nice-sized inland lakes, 7 miles west and 20 miles to the east. So when your fog rolls in, it rolls in. Jan moved from Arizona, and she says she loves being where we have 4 seasons. The autumn leaves on some trees right now are brilliant neon greens, yellow, orange, and red. Yeah, I like leaves until they fall on the ground and I have to take care of them. But I like crunching through them at the park where they're not mine to take care of.
Ooh, they have like eyes in here too. Okay.
It took me a second to realize you said eyes, like EYES.
Uh-oh.
Because I was thinking, why are there a bunch of eyes? You only need one. And then I was thinking, like, what?
What happened was, oh, no, let's not do that, please. Thank you.
Jen says they've been swirling down in big showers of them. Yep, that's what they do. That skeleton is perfect, isn't it? And it would be like really fun on a Halloween page too. Like we have this really cool
Yeah.
thing that people do that's skeletons for St. Jude's. And so we have this person who's down our street by like a block, and she just goes all out, and she's got one of those great big huge like 12 feet skeletons that she puts up. And then she decorates them for Christmas too, but then she has little ones. So like this year the little ones were being grave diggers and stuff, and then this year she really went all out and added a whole bunch more. But I'm like, that skeleton would be so fun with some skeleton Halloween without being overly Halloween. You know what I mean?
Check this out.
Oh, that's funky.
Right, that's the same one.
Yeah,
Almost. It's not quite lining up, but I kind of like it.
I kind of like it.
Ooh, darken. I like that.
Kelly's husband
Darken.
found a leaf workaround. He blows them all onto a tarp, then pulls the tarp behind our fence into the green space. If we pull
Work
all of our
smarter,
leaves,
not harder.
yeah, if we pull them all to the curb, then the city has this great big huge like vacuum truck that comes by, and it just has this leaf vacuum, and it just puts it out and sucks them all up. So we don't have to bag them or everything. We just have to put them out there. We just have to rake them from the lawn up to the front. Renee says they have neighborhood leaf pickup since they're not in the city limits. They did a first pickup Sunday, and we'll do them until all the leaves are down. Oh, she has a neighbor who collects them.
All the leaves are brown.
Kelly says the gray
And the
space is more
sky
of a
is
swamp.
gray.
You
I
can get
went for a
compost.
walk on a winter's day. Well, I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. Yep, I think I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to journal about I think I'm going to journal about how I try to find good things while I'm there.
I like it. I think that's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Renee says she does pay him since he also mows the grass. Yeah, but there's days when I think, maybe I should pay somebody else. Sharon says they have no leaves. They actually don't have any trees in the yard, but they do get neighbors' leaves in one corner of the yard. Yeah, we have lots of trees, and they're old and big trees. And then our one neighbor's tree hangs over our driveway, which is nice because it shades our garage all summer and keeps things kind of cool. But it always seems to drop its leaves after we've taken care of all the rest of the leaves.
Yeah.
So we did a huge cleanup because we were getting rain on Sunday. So on Saturday, we did a huge cleanup. And then Sunday night, whoosh, it dropped all its leaves. Renee, you're like my poor neighbor next door. He's only got one tree, but he gets a ton of leaves from our one tree and all the neighbors' trees. But hey, he gets shade from them too, so you know. That's what I remind myself, is the shade in the summer is worth the leaves in the fall. Plus, they're really pretty until they fall. And they're still kind of pretty on the ground. All crunchy to crunch through.
Crunchy, crunchy.
I like crunching through leaves. And then we had some friends visit who have a little girl who's 4. And oh my gosh, she loves crunching leaves and just like kicking them and playing in it almost like it's snow.
Yeah.
So fun. Because it just makes you go, oh yeah, they're so fun and pretty. Jan says the leaves also fall onto the branches of the pine trees around us. Makes it look like they're decorating them for Christmas. That's pretty cool. Lisa says she's surrounded by sycamores and they drop crud all year long. I hate them. I think I would hate that if they dropped stuff all year long. That would drive me a little nuts. And Renee lives on the edge of what's called the woods, so lots of trees, and it's to the west of her. And the winds come from the west, so she gets lots and lots and lots of leaves. I was listening to someone talk and they were complaining because their neighbor uses a leaf blower. They're like, just let the leaves lie. And I'm like, okay, you must not have very many leaves to be able to just let them lie, because my backyard ends up looking like a carpet of leaves.
Right.
Like, I couldn't leave them. It would strangle all of the grass and everything else there. So, yeah.
Oh, don't want to do that. Thank you.
Lisa says her little patio would be hip deep if they just left them. Yeah. You guys, Renee and Jan, you could be pretty close on the longitude line. I'd have to ask my 6th grader, but he walked away to go to bed. I can never remember which one goes across and which one goes long. Which one goes up and down and which one goes left and right. But you guys could be pretty close on and get the same weather that way. Kelly has red buds, which drop pea pod looking things in the late spring and then leaves fall in the autumn. Pea pod looking things, is that they're like seed pods? And they also have dogwoods, Japanese maples, some oaks.
Wow.
Longitude is north-south. I could Google, and maybe I will, so then I'll know for next time. Because, you know, it'd be smarter. Latitude is north-south, longitude is west-east. Meaning that longitude goes above the equators. Like, oh, not above the equators. Latitude goes the same way as the equator. Longitude goes the same way as the prime meridian. It's farther north than you on a map, but is it farther north than you on a globe? Actually, I know it is slightly, because people used to tell me all the time when we lived in Southern Ontario, they're like, do you just like farm snow and ice? And I'm like, dude, we are farther south than some of the states in the US, and they don't just farm ice and snow. Give it a break. Yep, Jan's in the middle of nowhere, Washington, 27 miles south of the Canadian border and an hour west of the Idaho Panhandle. Yeah, seed pods. We get some big seed pods. I don't know which one they go to, but I've always thought of them that way too, that they look like great big pea pods. So I've always been determined to teach my kid how to read a map. So we've always done a little bit of map reading, and he can like navigate on a GPS okay. But I wanted him to know how to read a map in case he didn't have a GPS. And that's what they're teaching 6th graders, is how to read a map. And so he's like, Mom, this section is so easy. And I'm like, see, when your mother tries to teach you things, maybe listen.
You're like, listen to me, boy.
Listen to me on occasion. So he's like, yeah, I've had no issues. The only thing I never taught him is which way latitude and longitude were, because I don't remember that. I know which way the prime meridian goes and which way the equator goes, and that's all. But
And
he's like,
that's
yeah,
all,
we have to read
folks.
maps and we have to do this and that. And he's like, it's super easy. And I'm like, why is it easy? He's like, because you taught me. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
Told ya.
Told you some days the things that I was teaching you for life skills would come in handy. I didn't necessarily think it would be at school, but I knew it would become in handy at some point. Jen says she lives in a place where it's like camping out in the forest 24/7. Only I get to have my house with me. Shower and bed, right, Jan? Showers and bed.
Mm.
Oh, Renee, it's hilarious watching The Amazing Race when they have to use a map. Because, yeah, there's so many that get so lost because they don't know how to navigate with a map. And it's so sad. It should be pretty. I think if I was going on something like The Amazing Race, the first thing I would do is brush up on map skills too.
Yeah.
I don't have a map in my car, but I do download maps for the area that we're going to on my phone, which is not the same, but it's a lot cheaper and less storage. Like when we went to Canada, we did everything. We didn't have GPS because we didn't pay for phone service up there and stuff. So we just used, I download all of the maps ahead of time on Wi-Fi. And so we just used the maps to navigate around because then I didn't have to pay for service or figure that out. That's a really
Nice.
cute strip of, is it washi? Border?
No, it's just a little border. A little border. Isn't that
It's
cute?
cute.
He's,
I want
he's
to make
so,
it
he's
washi
so
tape.
cute.
It's adorable. I like it. I
Mm.
like all of the quotes that you added and all of the paint.
Painty
It's
goodness.
such a versatile kit too. Like I keep seeing you use things and you're like, oh, I'm going to use this on this. And I'm like, I, knock on wood, don't have back problems at this moment, but I could use it for all these other things.
That's right.
Renee
Lord.
says she has that as well on her car screen. In case the car GPS fails, she has a map. I get that. Jan, I love using paint too, especially since it's not messy. Like I watch Paper Scrappers sometime and I'm like, you have so much mess though.
Yeah, I don't
How do
like
you
it.
handle that? You need to move those papers too in your layers because you lost your paint.
I lost my paint.
Because
I
you put them in
did.
between a clipped layer. It is, it's a good layer, a good filler without being busy.
That
If I'm
is
using
not nice.
I also like it because it'll tamper down patterns sometimes. If I'm like, I love this background paper, but it's just a little lot, then
Right.
it'll tamper it down just a little bit. Kelly loves to put paint on the page and easily change the background paper. Yep, most definitely.
Do, 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 do.
I was playing with Soko's new kit, and I think I changed my background paper 4 different times. And then I settled on the off-white because I put all the patterns elsewhere. Which is funny to
Oh,
me
that's
because
so
I'm not usually an
cool.
off-white scrapper. I'm like, give me all the
Yeah,
pattern.
that's pretty cool. Got a white one.
Oh, that's funky cool. Especially layered like that.
Do, 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 do. Bring in a little bit more pink since I added the pink over there, over here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to turn this into another flag. Oh, hello.
Just not that small.
Just not that small. Where are you, little banners? That's good enough.
Renee, it took me a little bit to get used to it, and I still do hide some of it. Like I'll use a lot of littler splatters depending, but I do like to have some of the, it just adds something when I'm just like, there's too much white space right there. I need something in there. Just a little bit of paint doesn't pull usually, and I like it. But it took me a little bit to get used to using it. Scatters I struggle with more than paint.
Yeah.
Scatters can be hard for me to use because I'm like, it doesn't look right. And I think it's just because I never used scatters, so I just don't know how to make it look right. So, yeah. Kelly says the set is perfect for us back issue people. It is, but it's
Yeah.
also perfect for like so many others.
Well, like there's stuff in here for, eye doctor, dentist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It's like a grown-up ouch kit.
Yes.
I've used ouch a lot by Soko, if you guys haven't seen that one, but I like
Is
this
it
one.
by Soko or Celine?
Oh, is it? You know what? Now you're going to make me double check because now I can't remember. I thought it was Soko, but it could be. No, it's selling. Soko has one too, though. What does she have?
I don't remember. So this is going to be.
Yeah, ouch is Celine. Oh, you know what? I am not wrong, actually. I would like to
We have
say
both?
ouch with an apostrophe is Soko.
Oh.
I was like, I swear there's one. So they're both. We are both right. That's funny. I'm like, I swear I've seen one by Soko. Oh, some days, some days. Kristen has two as well. Fix me up, doc, and the doctor is in. And of course, Cheryl, I think you should totally use the one Bella Gypsy has that's must see, basically a surgeon.
Yes.
I watch a lot of medical shows. Trust me, I'm basically a surgeon. So you could just change that to be, I go to the doctor often enough. Trust me, I'm basically a surgeon.
Yes. I like when I was looking through my photos, I was like, well, there was one about Google, I think. It was yeah. It was Google is not your doctor or something like that.
Google is
I'll
not
open it up and see.
Yeah.
I think it just said, it was like on one of those big screens they have in the doctor's office. And yeah, it said not a doctor where it would say Google. So it looked like a Google search screen. It was cute. Oh, and now it thinks I want to talk to it.
Don't you love that?
Like,
Since
no.
you opened me, let's chat.
It heard me say Google, and the phone was like, what can I help you with?
Yep.
Doctor.
Yeah. I think I had that problem last time we were chatting. At a chat, or recently on a chat, I had that same problem.
It's up here somewhere. Here it is.
Not a doctor.
So, doctor's office, not a doctor. Don't self-diagnose. Talk to your physician. Okay. I was working on my shadows. I got distracted. Okay, so I know you were talking about, you can self-diagnose because you watch so many medical shows. And I love watching like true crime and stuff, but the thing I'm obsessed with watching right now, and I mean, the verdict's already been done, but I've gone back and I'm just watching all the states, evidence, and this crazy guy that went through the Wisconsin Christmas parade
Oh,
last
yeah.
year. Man, he's a trip.
Isn't he the one who represented himself?
Yes,
Yeah.
which
You know what they
I think,
say? A man who represents himself only has a fool for a client.
well, you said it. He was just, I think he seems like a classic narcissist.
Yeah.
That he has, um, you know, great grandiose ideas about himself to be able to represent himself in such a crazy case. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Kelly said Daryl something. Kim said he was crazy. Kelly and he is a
Daryl,
sovereign citizen. Oh my gosh, we ran
yes.
into sovereign citizens in Las Vegas, and oh my God,
Oh, they're so
my head
annoying.
hurt.
Well, it's just
Kim says that judge deserves a medal for remaining calm while he went off on tangents.
right. She is just, and then of course, kind of running concurrently with that is the Parkland shootings, where the guy went into Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in South Florida and killed, oh, I don't know, 14, 17, I don't know. Uh, and the judge in that one they both judges have dark hair. They're very attractive women. They, they're ruling, they're doing the girl thing, rocking the world. But especially the judge from Florida, I don't know if y'all have seen her or not, but she has fabulous eye makeup. And Taylor Swift has a new album out, and one of the first lines in the song is draw draw a cat eye sharp enough to kill a man. And I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, wow. So,
Kelly, you're right. 17 died in Parkland.
yeah.
Renee says she's not fond of listening to let me try that again. Podcasts. But she's going to try to listen to the one about the Piketon murders here in Ohio. One trial is happening now. Oh.
Mm. Oh, and I did see, where is it? Delphi? Is it
That's Indiana.
Indiana? Okay, yeah. I saw that they had arrested somebody in that case as well.
Yep. They're
Um,
actually closing all of the documents. I can't remember what they call it, where they make it so people can't get a hold of them because they're trying to keep what they can as far as evidence and stuff goes for
oh,
those two girls.
so sad. You're
So,
like, why?
yeah. Well, and that's what
Why?
everybody wants to know. And it's like, well, I mean, unfortunately, we may never know, but at least I'm glad to hear. It's actually weird because that one was, so that one was closed, and then there was another one. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the little girl's name, but there was a little girl in Indiana too. Her case was recently closed. I
You're
want to
like,
say this year. And
yeah,
her case was like 25 years old or 30 years old. So I'm like, it's crazy how all of a sudden these cases, and some of them are just coming down to DNA evidence and being able to track them. So
yeah. But that
yes, Kelly,
one,
the two cases against Alex Jones lately have been insane. He was broadcasting while the trial was going on and basically threatening the judge in the Texas case where he was sued for claiming Sandy Hook didn't happen. That, and then he was also like going off about how saying, like they said, think it never happened. And it's like, dude, there's tapes. Like there's many, many
yeah,
tapes showing you saying it never happened. You can't deny that you said that. Like you said it
yeah.
over and over and over again.
Well, it's
But
like
yeah, his show
in,
was insane.
in the Daryl Brooks case, you know, he acts like there aren't videos of him.
Yeah,
You're like, dude, that's you. It's, and then of course he
yeah,
was claiming that the police threw him down on the ground when they arrested him and there's body cam footage, and that is not what happened. So he just, and then he gets all holier than thou about, you know, if someone's lied to him or not told him the whole truth. It's like, you know, the detectives are not going to tell you everything. They want to see what you're gonna do, you know,
Yeah.
or share. But
Well, and then I know this is a little older, but then Adnan Syed was released too.
yes, and they decided not to,
Not to refile.
yeah, which I really am interested to see what is gonna come out of that. Where
Well,
is that at?
I was reading an interesting article about it where it talked about, you know, how was it the custodian or something who found her body? But the man who found her body who worked at the school and stuff,
Yeah.
he actually has spent a lot of time in jail since that time for
Mhm.
stalking and molesting and stuff. And you're like, huh, why didn't you look into him at that time?
Okay. Can you look at my layout here?
Uh-huh.
You can see I have a layer that says disability.
Yep. But I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
Is it hiding under something? It should be at the top.
That is so weird. There it
Oh,
is.
I found
I was
it.
like,
But
there it is.
I was gonna say, but your shadow's missing.
Yeah, I
You
had to go
fixed it.
back up and get it.
I was like, no, it should be at the top because it says it's at the top. It's always interesting. I've just been amazed what technology's been able to do with some of these old crimes lately.
Right.
I mean, new crimes too, but some of these old ones that people thought would never be solved, it's just fascinating to see what they're able to figure out still.
Yeah, and the guy, um, you know, in the Delphi, he's working in CVS. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you just
Oh,
don't know people around you.
well, and Kelly brought up the Golden State Killer, who wasn't he a policeman?
Yes, it's crazy.
It
It's
is.
just crazy.
It is.
Well, I have to say, I really love this layout, and it does not have dimensional flowers or leaves on it. I just
It
want to
does
point this
not.
out. It is
No.
a very full art journal page, but definitely not. I mean,
I don't know
I've
that I'd
made,
even call it art journal-y. I mean, you've got the paint on the background, but
yeah, I'd say this is as close to art journaling. I mean, I did do some full-on art journaling, but I'm still drawn to having personal photos or a story or whatever if I'm going to do art journaling. So
mhm.
I did a lot with Tangy, Tangy's products for a long time, but I like Lynne-Marie's stuff. I'm glad she's back. Okay,
I
well,
like her stuff, and I've liked some of the other mixed media stuff we've had coming out lately.
yes,
Fun. There's a lot of it this weekend and a lot of little pieces and bits that you can combine together. So
yes.
lots and lots of fun.
Is it open yet? Is it
And
ready? Let's
let me
see.
double check. It wasn't. Nope,
No,
it's still not open yet.
still not. So I can show you my templates if anybody wants to see them.
I used them.
Da, 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 da. I did pick up.
Kelly says your BYOC templates rock. I agree.
Yay! Okay, so here's the dressed up version, and then the dress down. So cute.
They are.
They took forever this week, though. That was terrible.
That's so cute. So it's okay.
Yes, it is okay. I don't know when I'll get this posted. I don't think I've posted since September. I don't know. On my YouTube channel.
Yep.
Uh,
Kelly
yeah,
says you had a bunch going on. I agree.
yeah. So hopefully I'll get we're supposed to go this weekend.
I
It's
was gonna.
our local arts festival. It's a nationally renowned, and Bela Fleck, he is a bluegrass performer, so there's a free concert Saturday night, and Anna, my sister, is chairing the arts festival. She's super important. She's been on the TV and everything, but she's just like all about the art stuff. But so she's got us a whole little area roped off, and
Fancy schmancy.
so I'll get to see my brother and sister-in-law, my niece and nephew, and then my cousin and her husband from Panama City are coming over, and I think my mom may go. I'm not sure. Of course, Olivia, me, and Jay, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to drag Daniel out. Yeah, so yeah, I hope I feel good enough to go to that. But I do have my little handicap placard, so maybe we can get a close parking space. If not, Jay will just drop me off and I'll go in without having to walk
Hey,
too
that
far.
works.
But I think I'm going to take my walker just to be careful on uneven ground. It's like at the baseball
That's a
field.
good idea.
Yeah. So I
It's
was just
never bad to
happened.
have a little extra steadiness.
No, I just happened to look over the chat, and Cass said, after the holidays, might you look back to October action you mentioned sharing? Is that my new layout? I think that's what it was, wasn't it? We talked
We
about,
talked about the new layout one.
yeah. I'll have to get somebody to test it to see if it will work in
Work for other
PSE as
people.
well. Yeah. So
Yep.
I'll check on that. Let me write that down, Kath. It doesn't mean I'll look at this note anytime soon, but I'm making an effort. Let's see. New, is that what it was? Yes, she said yes. Okay. New layout action. All right. So, all right. Well, I'm going to call it a day or
Sounds like a
night.
plan.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. So long. Farewell.